does.
No, absolutely. Talk about somebody that's most times always the bridesmaid and never the bride, but getting the chance to have that to happen to today is awesome to see. And I think in the women's steeplechase, I'm excited to see if we have another performance like that, because that was inspiring and going to leave a lot of people motivated going forward.
Let's do this again. It's the USATF women's steeple and another unbelievable field lined up here tonight. Chrissy Gear, the former USATF champion, who's had a good season, so winning the Drake Mile and has run 9:12 in this event. Kaylee Mitchell, the Oregon State alum, was Olympic trials finalist and has run 9:14. So we've got a nice field lined up and definitely set up for some breakthroughs. Somebody like Adva Cohen, who's been multiple-time Israeli national champion and world championship qualifier. So we've got the opportunity here for another breakthrough.
No, absolutely, but I think a lot of the eyes are on Chrissy Gear. This is a field that she's the favorite of, that field that she should be winning, but had a lot of trouble last year in the steeplechase and the mile to really get going. But talking about Drake, where she got that victory in the mile, was a big step in the right direction. So her first steeplechase of the season, it's going to be exciting to see how she adapts to it and really performs in a time where she's in really good shape. She also ran a really good 800 indoors earlier this year in Arkansas.
So that's Sophie Novak, the Notre Dame alum, out front leading early. So she's one of many athletes in this field that's thinking about that 9:18 flat world championship standard. And our wave lights are at 9:20. So this field basically on those 9:20 wave lights, which I think is great. Like, if you're going to be able to do it, you got to be able to close off of these 9:20 lights. So Chrissy Gear sitting back in the chase group in about 8th or 9th at the moment, but in contact.
I would keep your eye on Kaylee Mitchell. The Oregon State alumni, had a great career in the NCAA and has been now with Nike Swoosh TC, is honestly in a perfect position to keep on progressing and being a national contender very, very soon. She may be one right now in this moment, but we know the U.S. steeplechase scene is extremely competitive. But Kaylee Mitchell right now in 3rd place is someone that you want to continue to keep your eye on, not just today, but for months and years to come.
Grace Hyde, Elise Thorner, you mentioned Mitchell, Angelina Ellis, my apologies, and Adva Cohen, all in the top 6.
One other person I will mention, and then we'll definitely get to focusing on this race and what happens in the movement, but Amy Cashin, the woman from Australia, she's always very competitive. She's right now behind Chrissy Gear in kind of like that second pack. But if she can get back into the mix of this race, I wouldn't be surprised if she can run away with it.
So smooth running so far early, and the pace lights have created a race where the women are strung out a little bit. There's not a lot of congestion. Now it's a matter of who can stick on this 9:20 pace, where we truly have not had many in this field that have run that fast, just a couple. So these pace lights are asking the majority of our field to run lifetime best pace.
Sophie Novak, she looks great right now. She's running amazing. Novak is coming over those hurdles good, and then in between, she seems extremely relaxed.
Well, there's something to be said for a clear line of sight on the barrier, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that could be the reason why you see Ellis out wide there. Mitchell in full control in 2nd. That's a great call. Like, she looks really good.
I'm surprised that Chrissy's a little bit further back than usual at the moment. I'm hoping that she can cut that gap in half and get back onto this pack as quickly as possible, because she's definitely going to want to be in the middle of this pack once they start really moving in a couple laps.
Jeanette Schraft runs on the outside of that lead group. She's there in the all-black kit.
Angelina Ellis looks great as well as the pack starts to get compacted now. We were strung out, but everybody is on the back of Novak right now, maybe biding their time to seeing when they're going to make their move now. Novak's starting to slow up a little bit, but I think she still looks strong enough to continue leading at the moment. I think they do want to get back on these lights, though, Kevin.
So now here comes Schraft. She was a medalist at NCAAs last year while running for Iowa State. Took the bronze and moved on to the Olympic trials. And Mitchell just seems really active and seems to be just waiting. She's 100% content in third.
Yeah, does not want to move to the lead at the moment. She definitely feels that it's a little bit too early. Chrissy Gear did not let that pack get away from her. She has a phenomenal kick, so I would keep your eyes on the 2023 national champion in the steeplechase. But this front pack is starting to have another move in them to make sure that they stay on these lights.
Yeah, Chrissy Gear kind of in the back of that second group. Just has to make sure she doesn't get stuck. You see our field coming through here. And Thorner asserting herself now into that second position. And Mitchell just cruising right now. Ellis and Novak after leading. Now Novak tucked in.
Elise Thorner has had a great season so far as she moves in front into the lead. She was second place in the 3,000 meter steeplechase at the Drake Relays, and actually she shares the same birthday as me. So I think she may be primed to win this race. No bias at all, but I think she can.
Is it this spring?
No, it's March 16th, one of the greatest days of the year. So she may have that power still from that great day to really power through. We'll see.
I mean, she's just 2 months beyond her birthday, so the energy's got to be there.
But Chrissy Gear seems to be feeding off that energy as well as she starts to look like she's moving into the lead. She's running with the confidence, and she's back into this race. She was far back at a moment, but it looks like she's trying to catch up to the lights as well.
2 to go, and Chrissy Gear just absolutely powers to the front. The last time I took a glance at her, she was stuck behind 2 runners, and now she's leading this group and looking fantastic.
It was almost like a wake-up call pretty much, Kevin. Like she was like, I need to be up there in the front. She was very far back, but moved up a lot in the last 2 laps.
Maybe a coach or her parents are down there or something. Somebody got her going. So now Thorner on the outside has looked good throughout. So active over the barriers and moving well. Now it's Mitchell as Gear settles back in. And Mitchell still seems to be the pick. 9:14 flat a year ago. And as long as Thorner doesn't get away here, it seems to be those two have been the most impressive so far.
Wow, what just happened in the past 300 meters? I feel like so many different people have taken over the lead. Chrissy Gear was in the front in full control. Then Elise Thorner just comes out of nowhere, used the power of March 16th and comes to the front. And then Kaylee Mitchell was trying to lead. Like, what is happening in this last lap?
The race just blew up. And because people need to get that world championship standard. And those lights are within reach, but they know they've got to close on them, our front 3. But yeah, it was like there was this nice strategic race occurring, and now it blew up.
Elise Thorner is moving strong now with 300 meters left to go. Kaylee Mitchell doesn't have that fast enough turnover at the moment. Angelina Ellis is right on her heels trying to make a pass, but Thorner is running away with it. Busted this all the way open.
The standout from the UK has run 9:28 lifetime best. She's going to crush that here, and she's going to take these wave lights and put them in the dust. Now it's just a matter of whether she can get through and get that world championship standard. 9:18 flat, not an easy standard. And here is Thorner closing hard and closing alone. So Thorner, clear of the last barrier, needs to put a good last 10 seconds together. Several giving chase, but it's Thorner on the win, and she appears to dip under the standard, and she does it. 9:17.57, unbelievable. So impressive on the win.
Elise Thorner, 3:16, getting it done. An amazing race from her. Honestly, it really tells from the story we talked about from the beginning of the broadcast. How sharp are these athletes? She's already raced the steeplechase this year and ran extremely well. Now to come out here, had some more training under her belt, probably focused a little bit more for this race, and she gets it done with a 9:17. Also, I bet it does help to have the same birthday as the person commentating your race.
You know, if you wouldn't have mentioned that, she probably would have run 9:18:01. So those 43 hundredths of a second, a gift, a late birthday gift for Elise Thorner, running for New Balance, and she puts herself in position for Tokyo in September. And just such an impressive race. She looked so good throughout, and then just absolutely rocked that last like 500. You know, where they were together, like you were saying, Chrissy Gear goes to the front, sets up this last 600, and then all of a sudden, things blow up